Here we're going to explore the latest addition to the CM plugin suite, Eisenberg's Einklang CM. Einklang CM is a powerful software synthesizer for PC and Mac that lets you create a near unlimited amount of tones by morphing between three user-definable, physically modelled instruments. You have control over conventional synth parameters such as loudness and modulation. Plus more unusual timbre controls. With its strong emphasis on performance and ease of use, Einklang CM is perfect for creating realistic tones, unique leads, epic pads, eerie drones, weird special effects, and loads more besides. Anyway, let's check it out and see what it can do. Once the plugin's installed, fire up any DAW and create a blank project at 127 BPM. Import Einklang bass and einklangdrums.wav from the tutorial files folder. Loops originally taken from CM206's VIP series pack by the Young Punks. Then create a new software instrument track and load an instance of Einklang CM on it. On the synth's front panel, click the Use CM version button to access the plugin's interface. Import the Einklang keys.mid MIDI file from the tutorial files folder onto the software instrument track we previously created. Hit play and you'll see Einklang CM's keyboard light up red to show the notes being played by the default Kalixarimba preset tone. Einklang CM doesn't feature any built-in effects, so let's thicken and widen the raw synth output with external effects. Compression from CM Comp 87, chorus and delay from Wolfram CM, plus a touch of CM Verb, and sidechain compression. Help the sound sit among our other elements in the mix. Solo Einklang CM's track and keep the playback looping. Time to morph. Grab the red gem in the top left corner of the morph field and drag it to the right along the top edge of the field towards the top right corner. The gem changes colour as you go. This morphs the sound between the tones assigned to the upper knobs A, Kalixarimba, and B, Stringify. Now drag the gem down along the field's right-hand edge to morph into the tone assigned to the C point of the triangle, called Whirly. From there, move it up into the centre of the triangle for an equal blend of all three tones. You can also position the gem precisely in each corner, at the centre, or at the midpoint of any side by double-clicking these areas within the field. Time to change sounds. Hovering your pointer over each tone knob reveals the name of the tone currently assigned to it. Right-click on the upper left tone knob and choose the brassy split tone. Likewise, choose Pad Machine as the B tone, and Bow Cry as the C tone. Clicking the grey star next to a tone's name marks it as a favourite, placing it in the upper section of the tone menu. A useful feature is the ability to lock the mouse pointer to the Morph Field's gem by right-clicking on the gem and selecting Lock Gem to Mouse. The pointer disappears and you can then move the gem simply by moving the mouse or using a touchpad, with no button pressing required. This feature can be disabled again by pressing your computer's escape key. You can also morph between the three tones via the control knobs at each point of the triangle. Each knob moves the gem in a straight line towards or away from itself. At 0 position, the gem is furthest away, while at maximum setting the gem is at its closest. Each knob exerts a mirror image influence over the other two, so that turning one up will turn the others down, if they're not already at 0. Now for a closer look at the 8 synth parameters on the plugin's left. The attack and release controls are similar to those found in a conventional synth. Attack sets how quickly the sound attains full volume after a key is pressed. A minimum setting hardens up the front of the sound, while turning it up fades the sound in slowly. Release controls how quickly the current sound fades out after a key is released. Now to the percussion parameter. This controls the percussive character of the sound, acting like a sustain control. Fully right makes for a spiky, staccato sound. While fully left transforms our synth into more of a sustained pad. As with all these controls, double-clicking the knob returns it to its default setting. Portamento introduces a cool, polyphonic glide between the pitch of the notes in a chord. The glide speed is governed by the knob position. The higher the setting, the longer the notes take to glide from one to the other within the chord, resulting in an interesting and unconventional swooping effect. The two controls in the modulation section, rate and intensity, pertain to the synth's internal LFO, which is used to generate a vibrato effect. The rate parameter controls the speed of the modulation, while the intensity control determines the depth of the vibrato. Go easy with this dial, as things can get out of control quite quickly, unless that's the effect you're going for. Now let's look at the timbre section. The dissonance control makes the current sound more dissonant and out of tune. As you turn it up, the sound gets more nightmarish, perfect for strange effects creation and sound design. The Harmonicity Control allows you to progressively remove the harmonic structure of the sound. Subtle application gives an interesting shift in the sound's timbre. And as you reduce the control, it progressively disrupts the harmonics, until at minimum level all you're hearing is noise. Again, great for weird special effects. Click the Einklang logo to reveal the synth's Midi control options. Here you can set your own choice of MIDI controller numbers to all of the synth parameters, so you can assign them to knobs and faders on a hardware controller. Click on the arrows beside the numbers to reassign new controllers to each parameter. Finally, you can always program your DAW's automation system to control the sound morphing, and other parameters on the synth, of course. Controlling the movement of the morph control knobs is a great way to tailor the evolution of the sound to your track. And if you like Einklang CM, make sure you check out the full version, which comes with 150 tone colours as standard, and you can also buy extra tone packs as well. And on Einklang CM's startup screen, there's a code for you to get 20% off the full retail version.
Download over 30 exclusive plugins. Get hundreds of pro-quality samples and power up your production skills with in-depth tutorials. We break it down for you step by step, and you'll see exactly how it's done in expert video guides and producer masterclass sessions with pro producers. Get all this and more with Computer Music Magazine every month on iPad and iPhone, PC and Mac, Android, and in print.